Today, on this episode of Reality Gays.
Marissa is 75% on Edward, but 200% on his dick.
Remember, y'all, if you get poor cell phone reception in Africa, it's definitely the work of the devil.
And Thomas's shitty dad says 10 years from now, no one's going to remember who's at their wedding.
Pro tip, make sure your lawyers are there.
Ugh.
Roll it, Christina.
RG on YT, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go. Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Norman Wives, Lalo, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore. You like to watch. You dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't you? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all. Ooh, I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple. Poodle, no!
Maybe it's just me, but every time Aisha mentioned, and this is my mom's friend, Kathy, did it sound like her lesbian partner?
Juliet?
I don't know. I don't think that's it. It's just the way it sounded. It's kind of like, hey, have you met? This is my aunt, this is her roommate, Frida.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is my Aunt Susan, and that's her best friend, Bernie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Short for Bernadette, sure.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
This is my mom's friend, Kathy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It sounds like how Southern people introduce their same-sex partners.
Yeah. And Kathy is very involved in Aisha's life. She was kind of one of the most vocal people. So maybe this is, although
the whole family's kind of fruity.
But Kathy's quite young. This might be been a scandal because she is much younger than Juliet.
I know. Sugar baby.
Sugar baby. You heard it first. Breaking news here. Because this is
Aisha's
Reality
mom
Gays.
is a lesbian.
Aisha's mom's a lesbian. This is Reality Gays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle. And we are two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television a new one, and also theorizing that cast members' families have lesbian relationships.
Have sapphic sisters.
Yes.
We
did say we thought Aisha was a lesbian, and I think that is the whole thing about kids. To me, proves it. I think she does not even want to get married.
Let me finish the goddamn intro and then we can talk about it because this is
want to get into it.
90 Day Fiance, season 12, episode 12. This is our part 2.
I bet it's hard to do a show with me.
It is.
Because I just...
It actually makes me a better host because I just have to learn to go through it.
You're so gifted. Oh.
So thank you for that.
It makes me a better host. Well, I've fought through you trying to you saying the stupidest shit in the world to get to the beginning of the show as well. So
I just hit the microphone. I was laughing so hard. Oh, everybody. If you're watching us on Tuesday, it's YouTube. Say hello. Thanks for joining us on our social media. We appreciate you. I don't think we have not that Double Lives of Suburban Wives is coming in August. We're going to be covering that on the Cringe tier, as well as Love is Blind UK on August 19th. If you want to jump into those shows and it's your first time, you can do that. What you're going to need to do, though, is join our patreon.com/realitygays. You can join for free, be a free member.
As a free member.
You will get our quips.
You freeloaders.
You will get some other things. You'll get our
newsletter that's coming out soon. I've set aside time to work on it.
Okay.
Add it to the list.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So we're sure. And
just pile it on. I'm like a workhorse. Just pile it on.
You're like one of those Budweiser horses, but just gayer.
I'm a Clydesdale. I'm made to work, apparently.
Yeah, just keep.
I'll rest in the next lifetime.
Guess you will. Guess you will. But if you want,
your father said, work first, play later.
Yep. Work.
Is that what he said? Or
yeah. Matthew, you got to work first and play later. Put it on his tombstone.
That is insane.
It says he worked first and played later, but he never really played.
Well, with women,
well,
who he wasn't married to.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I think that's it. I don't think we have any other announcements or anything like that. Oh, but if you want to try before you buy, go to patreon.com/realitygays. You can listen to those first episodes of Double Lives of Suburban Wives, as well as Love is Blind UK. They will drop for there. It's a little different than before. Even if you decide, if you listen, join Patreon for free, but think you're like, oh, I want to go to Apple subscriptions and listen to this. That's fine too. But it's because of a lot of copyright shit and everything, it's just easier for us to do it this way. So, all right. And if you do join Patreon, that's great. Do not use Apple Pay. It'll charge you a little bit extra. So some of you might have even received an email about that. There's some talk. I think some people got an email about getting a credit from Patreon.
Yes.
But go to your web browser and enter your credit card information. Don't do it through Apple Pay, and you will pay a lower fee.
Go to Firefox.
Yeah.
Is that still around?
I'm going to say yes. I'm not even going to Google it. I'm going to be strong and believe what I say.
Not a good idea.
I think Firefox is around.
Not a good idea.
No, I'm not. I'm not even going to Google. You can't make me.
You're going to do it already.
Is Firefox still around?
Again, you do not have to say it.
What? It absolutely still exists.
Well, there you go.
That's literally what the search said. Absolutely.
Okay, the AI search is getting a little too familiar.
Can you turn it off on Google? I actually don't want to use the AI. I just want to Google.
I always go non-AI.
You can do that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I just say, give me a non-AI version of this.
Oh. That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it doesn't matter anyway. They just had 2 open AI systems that hacked into something else. It's beginning.
Well, you support data centers, so.
I do not.
Let me get that around there.
Jesus.
Matt Mars supports a data center opening in every neighborhood. Doesn't matter how hot it gets.
And if you don't
or
have
how much water it uses.
How much water pressure you lose. I don't care. That's what I stand for. You heard it here. Heard it here. Also, recycling's a sham. Just stop it.
Wow. According to Katie, milk is a sham. Or eggs. Eggs is a sham. Organic eggs.
Great.
Shall we jump in with Aisha and Maxwell?
We shall.
She is calling Patricia the prophetess. And unfortunately, the devil's onto her because the devil cut her off. Again, all the things the devil can be doing.
Because she's on the phone, but every time they try to pray, they can't. The phone connection doesn't work. And so that's the devil. The devil.
What else could it be?
The devil has infiltrated MCI.
Now that I don't think is around anymore.
That I don't know. Remember
free nights and weekends?
Yes. Remember when someone said, "Mom, I got a job at MCI." Oh, he'll never need another job again.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we got cell phones, and that guy was fired.
And that guy was fired
living on the street.
Yeah.
So the devil obviously cut off her contact with. So obviously the devil's in control for the rest of the time. Meanwhile, Fruity godbrother Rod is in Nigeria her sisters are coming, and they still do not know she's getting married. What's your opinion on this?
I think it's horribly selfish, and but they're doing this because they even say she's always a bitch and she's always difficult and she always surprises and doing this shit. And they're I don't feel bad for them because they say, what is it, Jania or it was
Glenna,
like
Glenna, Jacola, and Kathy, the mom's friend.
Yeah,
take that as you will.
But she tells us to do stuff. We always roll with it. Well, then whose fault is that?
Exactly.
Whose
I'm
fault?
telling you, that is exactly how anyone would in the era where we grew up. That's exactly how you would introduce your same-sex partner.
Yeah, it is.
And this is my mom's friend.
It's shame on you at this point. I have no sympathy. I know now. If Poodle calls me after 1 a.m., I don't answer and tell him I never heard the call because I know.
Shame on you.
That means I'm driving to fucking Victorville or Vegas. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it.
I can't really be in Victorville anymore, so you're going to Vegas. Yeah.
They did. Right.
Had a deal go south there. Cross another one off the list.
Oh, you think it's funny, y'all. You think we're kidding. You don't even know.
Can't even go to Hemet anymore. I don't think you ever want to go to Hemet anyway.
We had a law office case once with a bunch, and we had a bunch of shareholders, and they were all based in Hemet. I had to drive like Aaron Brockovich to Hemet, like three.
It is so far.
I had to drive like 3 times, like Aaron Brockovich, to collect. Remember, she goes and just collecting people's signatures. I had to do that. I felt like Julia Roberts, and I just drove down there just because they didn't know how to fill out a form and mail it.
Yeah. So you got those. So you scammed all those people out of their signatures.
Basically, yeah.
How much did they get out of it?
We were a plaintiff's firm. I think they ended up getting their nice $17 afterwards.
I bet.
Yeah.
How much did you make?
Well, I didn't make anything.
Right.
But I got health insurance. I'll take that, I guess.
You can really see through the lens of, you can see capitalism through the lens of your experience. Well, as working at this law, they made so much money, and you never had an office.
Not till the end. Remember, by the women's bathroom,
because no one wanted it,
and I had to get that fountain to cover up women
you still
pooping.
had to wash dishes.
I didn't like the last year after 18 years.
The last year, and you had to get the fountain.
But you know what?
Because the women pooping.
But to put your point, capitalism wins because at the end of the day, they bought me a Rolex, and that's all I needed. All forgiven.
So, but you won out of capitalism, not the system. Not the American worker.
I miss
That's
them.
the difference.
I don't miss working. I just miss some of the people. Yeah.
But the thing is, the funniest thing is you're such a sucker because you're like, but they bought me a Rolex. And that made it all
capitalism.
fine.
I know. Then it's all fine.
Where are we?
Where are we?
So everyone looks, he takes her aside and says, you should be telling your sisters, this is Rod, and not days before the wedding. And he says, you've been keeping secrets. She's like, you thinking I'm pregnant? I'm going to say this now. I think you will have sex with your husband exactly twice, or just long enough to get one possible boy and one possible girl, and then you shut it down. You will never have sex with him again.
She will weaponize sex against him their entire marriage.
This really is religious psychosis at work, because this woman doesn't see marriage as she sees marriage as something she has to do, because as a woman in the church, she's been looking for a match designed by God. She's not even really sexually attracted to this guy. Like I say, she's either asexual or lesbian.
She wouldn't be trying to change.
Believe that.
She wouldn't be trying to change everything about him.
Exactly.
If she loved him for who he was.
Some type of perfect guy she can go to church with, that she will look like the perfect American black couple.
And again, men in Atlanta get probably a queer vibe from her, and they don't want to date her. So she needs to confuse someone that has a different culture that doesn't recognize it.
It's so apparent to me that she does not want to have children.
Mm-hmm.
She does not want to be with this guy. She's doing it completely for appearances and because her religion tells her to do so.
Yes. And
it's also kind of sad for that.
Yeah.
But also I don't feel sorry for her because she's miserable. Because she's a miserable person.
Yeah.
And she treats her fiance poorly and her own family poorly.
And she always wonders, why do I like that Janelle Monáe so much? What? I mean, I love Janelle Monáe.
Me too.
Her. She's fantastic.
Why do those Janelle Monáe songs just so catchy to me?
So catchy to me.
Why
do I like it?
Love it when she's. Why do I like it when she's in that suit?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Looks
just
so
like
fancy.
A man. Because that's a sin. I know
it's a sin.
But I like it.
She's talented.
I've always loved Whoopi Goldberg.
Mm-hmm. Don't know why.
Wanda Sykes. Something about her.
Ooh, that fast car song. I could listen to that guitar lick all day. We need to move on. I mean, again, like this, they always do this to her. They call her bossy. Even Kathy, the Sapphic family friend, calls her demanding. Why is everybody around her? Like, because Rod says later she makes good business decisions. So does she have money? Like
that's kind of what it sounds like.
It does seem like that. And that's why she's able.
They're sucking on her teats.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what probably what it feels like.
Gross.
Yep.
Gross.
But Rod kind of Rod basically says, well, I think there's a hidden motive here. You know, do they practice voodoo over there? Again, dumb Americans saying things like that. He's like, something's been in your drink. And she's like, and I want some more of it. So,
oh boy.
Anyway, he's like, she wants him to talk to Maxwell. And so they go to this restaurant near the beach, which looks lovely.
It does.
She just announces, well, the reason I brought everybody here, I'd like you to meet my fiance, Maxwell, and in a few days, we're getting married. And everyone goes, oh, okay.
And again, she even said
here?
She did this in front of his family because she knew her family would, quote, act right.
Yeah.
And not come at her.
Anyway, and Rod's like, you charmed her really good, didn't you? With your good looks and your chiseled jaw your strong, broad shoulders and your
sinewy neck.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Not that I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So
he kind of goes for him more than the rest of them.
Well, yeah, because you get the fruity godbrother is going to do it all. The sisters go, I wish she would have told us so we could have been prepared. And they're talking about the visa and the denial of the visa, and they're saying they're going to have a stronger case because we're going to have the marriage certificate and everything like that. And the father just chimes in, and Maxwell says, well, just by the grace of God, I need 2 boys and 2 girls. That's all we really need here. And that's when Aisha says, there will be 2 pregnancies, and whatever comes out, that's it. Again, she's not wanting to do it because she wants children.
No.
It's because she has to.
But Sapphic Kathy wants kids because she says, when are y'all having kids? She's the one actually it was Kathy that brought it up, not the dad.
No, I think her family does also want children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that is what a heterosexual, churchy woman should have. She's 38 years old.
So they're like, girl, your clock is ticking. What is it? Be fruitful and multiply.
Well, it's that. And I promise you, in this woman's heart of hearts, she doesn't want children.
No.
It's what she thinks she has to do.
Yeah.
For her family and for his family.
Yeah.
That's why she's saying it's 2. That way we'll have a probability of having a boy and a girl. And if it's 2 girls or 2 boys, we're stopping regardless.
What good it would do for her to decide to go to college and study women's studies.
She'd have to put aside all of her religion.
I'm pretty sure. For women's study.
Women's, WOMYNS. No men.
No men.
It's like when I was doing a independent study on women's music festivals. And there was a while in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s where they would, in scholarly work, they would only print it as women's, like WOMEN. And people got really, the writers would say, no, women's WOMYN. There was a real movement at the time.
Really?
And there was an actual problem with publishers.
What other podcast? Anyway.
I spent a lot of time with women's music festivals.
I know you did. What other podcast? But yes, sadly, I do not think Aisha's going to be going to Spelman. I don't think.
No.
She's going to have to let go of a lot before she gets there.
No.
So yes. So Rod, he talks about charming her. Now you'll notice Blaze. I always want to say Blase, but that's not her name.
No.
But
she's quite blasé about the whole thing.
She is. She keeps her, y'all. She's the one that was kind of really fiery before, but she just keeps her cool. And she's like, well, to her family, she's like, well, how do you feel about this now? And the sister's like, well, I'm shocked. And that's what she explains. And they're like, well, you should have told us so we could come prepared. And they're like, yeah, but come on. And so I feel like basically Rod ended on, well, we get a lot of these robocalls.
Yeah. Just last week, I was something about my car loan. And a lot of them are from Nigeria. They've been bothering Mama about that for weeks. And are y'all involved in those robocall scams? Are you, sir?
I don't know why, but when he said robocall, I just imagined someone calling and saying, do you want a Nigerian husband?
Yes.
Your move, creep. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. I remember a lot of RoboCop.
And a line and a voice like this.
Thank you for your cooperation. I thought,
would you? This is a call from Africa.
Didn't they remake RoboCop? Was there like a show again?
I think they did. I don't know.
I loved RoboCop when I was a kid.
Sure. So
maybe because he had handsome eyes.
I think that was it. Yeah.
And
a codpiece.
I wanted to know if he had a robot dick.
That's it. So he says, look, man, then he starts to say, I'd like to see your bank account. And that's when Maxwell's like, look, you use machines. I use my hands. We work really hard in Nigeria. This guy was so off by coming for Nigerians and the way they don't work. Basically, he called every Nigerian a scammer.
Yep, he really did. What a piece of shit. And I appreciated the way Maxwell threw it back at him and shaded him back.
Says, you use machines, I use my hands, and I can do the same.
And he said, so I would say that because you are blessed that Nigerians work harder.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a great fucking point.
Yeah. And the sister says, it's fine to be skeptical, but I promise no one in my family is a scammer. And he says, my name is Maxwell, and it means greatness, so you will like me. And
my name is Maxwell.
Don't you think you need to get to know me? And that's when Rod says, that's why I'm here. Get to know you and your piercing eyes and your chiseled jaw and your hulking frame. Marissa Edward. 45 days. Halfway through. Oof. And both of them are miserable.
Yeah.
And so she says, I'm working because I needed some space because we're becoming disconnected. And I went, I think that's the last thing you should be needing. For 45 days. And remember, you're still going off to work. You should be getting to know the person in a different way. And
I thank you for saying, because I thought, am I a weirdo, or is just my codependency thinking, why do you need a break when there's only 90 days? But because that was my thought process. This is the time to get to know the person.
This is the time to take weekend trips and you're getting to know them in a different way.
She hasn't done any of that. She's never she made him go on a run the first day or a speed walk.
Yeah.
So
she's going for it, but the important things are happening because she's going for a final fitting for her wedding dress, and I went, this is what it's about, isn't it? It's about being a bride the right way. It's almost a refutation of her first wedding with this guy who I thought she already thought that he was, I think they probably fit together because he was like fire and she was ice. And they probably fought a lot. And this guy is 180 degrees different from her ex in a way, but in a way that they're close. But she what she realizes with this guy now, oh shit, the problem's me. I think that's why she's starting to realize that.
She's kind of realizing, but she can't accept it.
Exactly.
She can't integrate that yet.
Yeah. So her friend Shayla, who we met at the party.
None of this matters because Dorothy's back. Dorothy, the queen.
Because Dorothy gives some great advice.
She does.
And she says, if you love them, you love them. And there's no 75%. And I'm going to say that I am a romantic at heart. I would say that. But I think if I was having second thoughts about marrying someone, I would listen to those because I don't believe there's a 75%.
I agree. You need to be a hundo.
Yeah.
If you're going to get married.
And Dorothy says 75 is weird to me. Because you got to be in or you're out. You love them, you love them. If you're not sure, don't do it. And I understand for Marissa, probably there's her like harpy of a mother's voice, her wine Chardonnay swiller of a mother's voice in her head all the time. And she's worrying if she's intellectually right for her and all these things. I don't know if that's making it less than 75%, or does she realize, oh, maybe I'm just really superficial? Because there are certain people who need things like that. But this show isn't made for that. This show is made for people who find their forever soul connection love. That doesn't work for people like that. That's not who this show is.
Yeah.
So, I think we've got a problem, which is why, like you said, either they are recreating this, if it's fake.
Oh, I said that before we started, y'all. We were just talking before we recorded. It was my fault. I should have saved it. You should have yelled at me. Look, I yell you down, but you can yell save it at me, and I respect it.
I don't like to yell people down. I don't like to hurt people's feelings that way. If I want to insult you, I'll say it in a tone like this. I don't need to yell. And when I need to yell, it's for a reason.
Oh, God. Well, I was saying, I told Poodle, I was like, this woman didn't even apply for this show. I think TLC contacted her because they know that she's, say yes to the dress, even if she's not on that show. She's in this world. She gets it. I think Dorothy is on that show.
She is.
Right? Yeah. So I think it almost feels like, hey.
Inside baseball.
You're doing this.
Someone knew her in casting. And I can see that.
And maybe totally I'm just rationalizing this because of what you said at the beginning of the segment. A part of me, Marissa's not stupid.
She's absolutely not. She's absolutely not.
Quite intelligent. And so
she's
it makes
savvy being on camera.
And she's savvy being on camera. And I think, wait a minute. Are you fine with just playing a nag to be a reality person?
I just don't think anyone would want to be depicted this way because she is an absolute shrew on this show. She is horrendous.
I say that, but then as we've learned from the TLC parties, all of it is real. Stacey and Darcy were just on an interview, with the podcaster, and the person said, so how many of it's, and Stacey's like, so real. It's all real.
And they're correct because y'all, I think specifically for them, you will never see anything that is, that's why we were so shocked because they had known us. Well, they knew us because we interviewed them. So they know us a little bit better. But we don't have the emotional capital for them to spill their guts to us. But yet both of them were doing that within 10 minutes of talking to us. Say's like, I don't know. I think Florian's just trying to find somebody else. And when I'm just sitting there smoking with her, I'm like, I barely know you.
But yet you know her probably better than most people in her life.
I do.
That don't watch this show.
It's wild to start telling someone who she barely knows.
We really need to go to Connecticut. I really want to do that.
So
anyway, yes, so we're here.
What do you think? What do you think about the dress? I have this may be controversial. I don't think it's a wedding dress.
I understand why you're saying that. I need to see this dress without that horrible choker veil.
I had the biggest problem with that. Yeah.
That because there's already this corset. Now I will say it fits her like a glove.
Unbelievably well. And of course it's going to.
And I love the color of it.
Yeah.
Actually,
works well for her.
I love the dress. The corset I was kind of 50-50 on, but I think the reason is because the corset, but then with the choker veil makes it look stripperish / superhero-ish.
It's that, to me, it looked like some type of event dress. It's not a wedding. Even though it was white, it didn't look, you know why? Her heart wasn't in it. That's where I took it. It did not feel like a wedding dress to me.
That is, you know what? That is true. Because remember when you were trying to nab marry husband number 5, I told you at the wedding dress fitting, you got to make them believe.
Yeah. Yeah. And I went for the backless one. And that's when I believed it.
And that's what sold it.
Mm-hmm. Took one look at my shapely, creamy shoulders and that backless number. And that DNR was signed really crazy.
Quick. Maybe you threw up when you saw Horace's dick, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wasn't breathing very well at that point.
Yeah.
The machine was doing most of the work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His family was just way too assertive. So, yeah,
her friends are very much like, again, the 75% thing you brought up. And she talks about how she wanted time away from him. And he texted her kind of a bitchy text saying, well, good night. I'm going to say this, too. He has no one here.
Yeah.
You don't take him out. You took him to one party. We don't if he's so involved in baseball, why haven't this is like the spring, summer. Why aren't we seeing her like, hey, this is where they play pickup baseball. This is where you could there's been nothing to build that you have got to help someone build a life here. And
we don't know what he does. Yeah.
She has done
for all we know, he is stuck back in Pennsylvania. My thing is, there are more Dominicans in New York City, the biggest population outside the DR.
Yes.
How hard would it be for him to join some type of
baseball
amateur
league? Yes.
Dominican baseball league?
Yes.
I don't get it. Because you're hoping he will. That's why I refuse to see her. She seems too savvy to be this dumb that she wouldn't think. And so,
but even her friends call it out. Even Dorothy calls it out. Is it just the sex? And it's kind of gross.
She's like, well, that's number 2. Every time she does it, it feels so fucking gross.
It feels gross. It feels like I've got this island exotic boy.
I will die on the hill that she was the one who told him, get a circumcision or you're not coming to America. I will die on that hill.
1 1,000,000% she said that.
She probably said ew when he took on his pants. It does
feel like the more and more we watch this, she's just been objectifying him, because I say, even if you really actually love someone and you care for their happiness, so you do things that are outside of your own self to help.
And that's missing in this storyline.
And she never does that for him.
Can I mention one thing you were bringing about the text? They're engaged. I don't think it is a big ask to text someone in the morning and saying, I hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
I don't think that's a big ask at all.
I don't either.
And when I've been in relationships, I've had busy days and I've forgotten to check in or something like that. And then I've just gone,
or
I'm
tell
sorry.
them that you've forgotten to tell them that you're in an open relationship.
Well,
yeah,
it's implied.
Continue.
It's implied. And sometimes I'm like, the other person will say, hey, haven't talked to you today. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. It was a busy day, and that's on me. That's my fault. But I think I would have started off the day of, because when it's up, you think about that other person. You say, hi. So to me, that's telling.
This is a partnership. Is that you think you do put that person first, or as
and
a priority.
Fact that she's avoiding him, and it's 45 days in, is a terrible, terrible sign.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is massaged or not, but I find the massaged version of this story completely upsetting. And I'm going to say this now. We have a lot of unpalatable stories. The Mito Debbie is pretty much the worst. This is number 2 for me for being unpalatable because of how she treats him and the way she talks about him and the way she talks about him is almost less than human.
Mm-hmm. I hope they do not get married at all. The reason why I go a little bit of like why this is massaged is because, yes, she talks to him at the wedding, but then later on, it's this whole, it was just felt very staged of Edward's coming to New York and we're coming all the way up and we're having this conversation because we didn't talk before. It just felt just way too dramatic. It felt
like they had a location for it and everything.
Yes, because too, Edward's not dramatic like this. We've seen that this isn't usually how he behaves.
Well, he even says, she barely left and said goodbye. She was very cold. She's not loving me the way I need. And I'm trying to make her happy. And I demand more because I value myself as a person. Mm-hmm. He brings her coffee and he said, I'm sorry. He even says, I'm sorry for interrupting your time alone, but I really needed to talk to you. So I think he's coming into this with good faith.
He really is.
And she's like, well, I'm nervous because you came all the way here to grab me out of work and pull me away from my job. You know, I'm a busy working mother. Never forget about that. And he's like, well, here's the thing. I don't feel good with you because I'm alone for 4 or 5 days. You don't hug me. You're really cold to me. I'm begging for love from you. This is not acceptable to me. I need affection. In the beginning, you weren't like this to me. And there's a reason I fell in love with you. Something happened.
Because she tries to say, well, when I don't feel this, and he's like, well, but you've done this before. You gave me affection. The thing here is she responds to none of that. Now, maybe this is edited. Maybe this is edited in a way to make her look even more awful, which I wouldn't put it past them. But she doesn't address that, I hear you, or maybe I am doing that. Doesn't even do that. She immediately says, well, you're expecting me to be on the same level that you are. But that's not me. I'm not an affectionate person. So she doesn't even hear him. No.
In the edit we saw.
Yep.
And she says, well, I'm not in the mental headspace to be very loving right now. And I feel like our relationship is a different dynamic. And the way I would feel when I would visit, it's not the same. And
you were on a bang trip, you shrew. God damn it.
And she's like, we have nothing to talk about. There's no stimulation. And he says, no, this is the point. I gave you what you need, what you said you wanted, and you still complain about it. She says, but you didn't give me what I need because you said you were going to give me a space. And this is when she gets really angry. And when I didn't reach out, you got mad. And I went, I would have gotten mad too. I think asking someone to go, unless they are having a really bad patch, asking someone to go asking your fiance to go no contact for a couple of days.
It's not like they got. That's a great point. It's not like they got into a fight.
No.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm not okay with everything in my life right now, and you still expect me to hug you and kiss you. And I went, can you communicate this to him? That say I don't feel good about that, and she's like, everything in our relationship has changed. It's making me question things. And he says, what? She says, our compatibility, and if they're the right fit to get married. And he's like, I can't believe she has the balls to say this. And every time, and then she says, this really tweaked me. Every time I put a deposit down, things that I'm paying for, I think, is this really going to happen? Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
You're still going through with all this, with feeling this way. It's unreal. The amount of she's accepting no responsibility for any of this. And that's when he says, I came to an entire other country. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Yeah, he's right. This is bullshit.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Thomas and Paula, boy, I gotta say, it is a wonderful respite anytime I see them, because I know the stakes just aren't that high for these two. Now, whatever happened in Thomas's young life, that was awful. It sounds like.
Called it. Like, we actually shout out to Mary Painted Pink Shake, because she interviewed Paula. And it's, by the time this episode drops, it's out. But we were just on our podcast text thread talking about how Thomas's family life, even with his father and stepmother, apparently Paula goes into that on the interview. Mm-hmm. And all I can say, I haven't listened to it yet. I think it just dropped the day that we're recording. But all I can say is, didn't go good.
Yep.
And y'all, she said this one thing that I thought, let me just say this, that I thought was interesting. I don't want to give everything away from the interview. Listen to it. But he grew up moving like a crazy amount of times. So for him to buy things, he feels like he's just going to have to up and move at any moment. So he doesn't.
There was a reason.
I knew it too. I told you his past is dark. So it really does make you want them to be together, because this.
I love her. She's so weird and wonderful. I love her.
And apparently she's like a very famous peer. Piercer? I said piercer, and I went.
You did it like like you were doing a comic spit take. Oh, like you were on the Carol Burnett show.
I think that gummy is hitting me a little early, actually. I thought I timed it for the end of the pod.
Please don't do this to me.
It's been a stressful day, and I just took a little one for when Jake and I are done, and I think, my arms feel tingly. Boy. Keep going.
Well, you really have to self-medicate a lot, huh? That's what I'll say when I have to take you to rehab.
Yeah, by the way, how is your Tito's delivery man?
Oh, I need to call him. That's just a little tonic. It's just a little tonic for the evenings. Settles my stomach.
Settles your stomach.
Mm-hmm. Just what the doctor ordered. A little tonic from the doctor.
So yes, they are. So that's a little backstory. Listen to that. They're waking up in the morning.
You can tell. That's why he's so strict about where he lives. It's why he's so. He has to have all these things for safety.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't feel safe.
And for actually, it's. I don't know if it's beautiful, ironic. It could be, or it could be either, or sad. The fact that he actually needs less things to feel safe around him, and Paula needs all
more
the things.
Yeah, tiny stuffs.
Long Beach.
Long Beach.
I want to meet them.
She's my favorite cast member because, again, I didn't know who I was looking at this time. Every time I was like, that's Paula? It's like looking at it. She's a beautiful woman, but it's like looking at a Picasso. I'm just like, I'm looking at that side, and now there's a cubist angle here. I don't know which one I'm looking at. It just looks like a different person every time. So she's talking to Renee, and I gotta say, talk about a bitter, mean-spirited woman.
Yeah.
I gotta say, so the thing about it is, y'all, when you do something for someone and what she did for Thomas and his sister when the mom left, when you help raise a child, you do that out of the kindness of your heart.
Thank you.
And you're not aggrieved and you're not looking for any type of validation because you did it. You don't take someone's child to raise and then use it against people for the rest of their lives.
For the child who did not choose to come into this world.
Oh, this one was a bitch.
She is fucking awful. Bitch. She's horrible. And he's a fucking selfish asshole too.
The dad, yeah.
I think because
he lost out.
Guy's
Thomas
heart.
lost out with the parent lottery.
Thomas
he really
lost out. And I don't know if he and Paula are going to have kids or not. But I could see him.
I don't think he probably wants them.
Taking the Mallory, I think he would be worried too.
Yep.
I think the responsibility over someone would freak him out.
Unless he might go the other way and saying, I really want kids to give them what I didn't have. Yeah.
How old is she? She's 40.
I think she is older than 40. So she may not want children. She may not want kids. They're going to be fine. They're in fucking San Diego. The weather's always great.
They're in Long Beach.
Why do I think they're in San Diego?
I don't know. I don't think we've had any San Diegoans since Kimberly.
Well, and Big Ed.
Who?
Small Ed, yeah.
Paula gets out of things. She's like, oh, today we're going to plant seeds. That means something.
That means a different thing.
I went, oh.
You don't usually need overalls.
Oh, no.
To do that where we come from.
My little winker giggled when I heard plant seeds.
Winker?
You know.
I got it. I've just I've never been horrified so much.
That's what I call my pink eye, everybody.
You're clinker. You're gay Aiken.
Stop it, I'm high.
You're a rusty wagon wheel. So,
you're fart clapper.
You're your fart clapper. For those of you who saw our live show knows that the whole monologue.
Your chocolate guillotine.
Your chocolate starfish. Your rusty trombone. Your kiwi. Your fart clapper. Just went on. That's when I listed. I listed 15 different synonyms for butthole.
Oh, again, Ambi nominated show here.
People paid for that.
Yeah, people paid for that.
Joke's on y'all.
Joke's on y'all.
So she's talking to Renee and she says, I want her to know my heart was in the right place when I did social media stuff with the mom. And she's like, you thought I was a betrayer. And she's like, well,
that.
And she's like, well, no, the problem is there's so much history for us and you don't understand how it can be different than you. And she's like, because you have all the great family. And I was like, why are you disparaging her family? And this woman is so bitter.
Yeah.
She's a lot of, I know a lot of women in the South like this. They've lived a hard life and they are still aggrieved about it. And they're annoyed that not everyone else had as hard as life as they did. And they want it to be hard.
Honestly, I think even if he didn't invite his mother to his wedding, I still think she would say, well, I don't know. I got to get a hand off the farm.
100%.
like this shows how little they actually fucking want to give to this kid.
They are small people.
That's a great word for it. They are quite small. I
They're
just want to hug
petty
Thomas.
and small.
I just want to hug him and maybe pet his pretty hair.
And reach down and grab his dick.
He's cute. I think he's got a nice dick.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I'd bang him.
Same.
His offensive smell thing may be a problem.
Maybe.
I'm like, that's just my nostril musk.
Stop!
And I just give him like a clothespin on his nose. You'll be fine.
Like a cartoon fucking character with a clothespin.
That's what I'd fix him with his offensive odors. Some of them like it.
Okay.
Anyway, so she says, well, I figured out you came from a good place and I'm for you to clear the air with me is important. That's what she says. And I appreciate it. And, but Thomas is talking to his dad and he's saying, you know, I know it wasn't easy for us growing up, but I always thought I could count on you. And he's like, you know, all we did was we invited them, we apologized, and we accomplished everything we came here for. I do think this guy has had some therapy because of the way I think it's also the way he talks he talks about boundaries, he talks about safety. And I think his anxiety level, we're only watching part of it. I guarantee you, she saw this guy have major anxiety.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And so I think he's trying to find tools. I think he's only at the beginning of his journey of trying to handle his anxiety and his safety issues. And part of that are these extreme needs of how his environment needs to be. And it's one of the reasons why he's had a hard time letting her in. But at the same time, he needs to own up to that and be changing and trying to allow someone in. He can't just put the blame on that. You have to be working on it. But in the thing, she says they let her be part of the family, and Paula says, "I'm never putting pictures on my social media ever." And she's like, "You have to admit you're not going to fix it anymore." She's like, "But I want to take a picture to show our future kids." And he says, "So you haven't learned anything?" No, she's going to continue to do this, and that's what I love about her, and that's why she's my favorite person this season.
I love her. I want to meet her.
Paula. They're a great fit for something like Diaries or Happily Ever After.
They are.
It's a good filming location. Both of them know how to do it.
Yeah.
Who do you think we are 12 episodes in? Who do you think we might have on Happily Ever After? We are going to have the Florida contingent.
Yeah, I think
of some type.
And I saw the other day, somebody said Libby and Andre were still doing Diaries. I thought they were done with 90 Day.
Unless they filmed it way before.
No, that's true. Thomas and Paula, I definitely think they are. They're
a lock if they want to do it.
I think they're a lock if they want to do it. I could see Mallory and Raj.
Me too. That's on my list.
I don't think it would be Katie and Josh. However,
hold on. I think they're going to give it to us.
The TLC likes us to have people that are lightning rods, and she's a lightning rod. People are going to talk about them. So those are my three. Like, I don't think they're going to choose Marissa and Edward after this. I don't know if Marissa's going to want to be on TV after this.
No, I think she's But those are and I don't think Shay and Annabelle would do another season. And pretty sure Mito's going to poison Debbie. Yeah. So
she's not.
And
long.
the others, I don't know. And Aisha won't do another because she hasn't been received well either.
No, she won't. So God will tell her it's not for her to do anymore. But she would have told her that before.
I would not be surprised if we had Katie and Josh. That's the one everyone's going to hate. Mallory Rosh and Paula and Thomas. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be fine with those three.
All right, everybody. I'm high. That's the show.
Great. I'm glad I can wash my hands of you right now. Don't you have like plans tonight? What, don't you have to do things with people?
Yeah, I'm going to dinner with Ronnie.
I don't know. Okay, I guess you'll just be high up your ass.
Sure. All right, everybody. That is the show. Thank you so much for listening. Or if it's YouTube's day for you, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it very much. You can leave us a review at Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave us 5 stars. And if you don't want to say, you can always say, keep going, Queens. We appreciate that very much. You can also, you can come at me on Cameo, not Poodle, because he's... I
do too much.
You do too much. I don't know. I heard you shoveling the other day. Are you building a bunker or something? I worry for you. There's just you don't need another sex basement.
Don't ask me about my business.
So
you ask me about a lot of things, but never ask me about my business.
So anyway, y'all, you can by the way, this is not Godfather, but I just thought of him because have you seen the Spider-Man with John Bernthal, like the press tour? Bernthal. God, he's so hot.
He is so, I would beg for it.
And he loves Tom Holland. So he just is talking about how much he loves Tom Holland.
Of course.
Oh.
Now I'm going to picture those two fucking.
Yes. Yes. Spider bottom that ass.
Tom Holland just riding John Barenthal's chest.
Tom Holland would be a wonderful bottom.
I agree.
It really, but that's fine. Zendaya got him. Anyway, all right, everybody, support our sponsors because they go to Quince or whoever because they help us do what we love to do. So now if you don't want to listen to those ads, you can just pop over to the $8 all audio tier available on patreon.com/realitygays or on Supercast at realitygays.supercast.com. Or if you don't want us to know who the fuck you are, you want to be in a nonce, you can, I was going to say a sub, but that's for YouTube. But you can join Apple subscriptions. Just press that one little button and you'll get all of that. All right, everyone. We'll see you we'll see you in Last Resort first, and then we'll see you next week. Until then, we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes. And if your mother just got a robocall all the way from Africa and you're thinking, did that man on 90 Day Fiance call my mother? You might be a racist.
Thank you for complying.